explain what does it mean to buy a house below production cost, where to find houses to buy them from below production cost, and how to market to them so these home sellers are contacting you, so you don't have to pay retail price for real estate property. So first of all, let's go and explain what is production cost. Production cost is the cost of building a home. So if you hire a general contractor and you give them a plan and they say, hey, the house is going to be $100,000 to build, that's the production cost. And the strategy that I teach is to buy houses below production cost. So if the cost to get a general contractor build the home for 100, you're able to buy this property at 80. Okay, so you're buying it below. Now, production cost is not ARV. So it's not ARV, and it's not what the realtor tells you the house is worth through a CMA. So it's not that either, nor is it what what the appraiser says the property's worth. It's none of that stuff, okay? Production costs is, again, the actual hiring contractors, them going to buying the supplies. They're going to go and put the nails in there and build the whole home from ground zero, okay? That's production cost, okay? Um, Now, I'm going to show you how to find the production cost if you guys want. Just leave a comment below, and I'll get into that if you guys like, okay? Now, why is it important to buy properties below production costs? Is because you guarantee yourself success. Again, if you can buy a house below production costs, you guarantee yourself success. So I don't care what the ARV is. I don't care what the CMA is. I don't care what the banker says the home is worth. I never believe what the home appraisal is, because that's the amount that the lender is willing to get me in debt for. Okay. So I don't ever believe that. I never believe what the appraisal said the home is, because that's the most they're willing to indebt me in. Okay. So now let's talk about what conditions must be present for you to be able to buy houses below production cost. Okay. Because you're not going to be able to go to a realtor. You're not going to be able to go to the auction majority of the times. You're not going to be able to do all these stuff because homes with the realtor are selling top dollars, because that's the retail pool. Okay. Um, Now, there has to be two conditions that allows you, if you're a professional investor or if you just want to buy your own home for your own personal home, to buy below the building cost. The very first one is that you have to buy homes from motivated sellers. In other words, you have to be able to buy homes for the homeowner direct. You have to buy direct. Now, many of us know that if we buy furniture, for example, from Havertys, we're going to have to pay expensive amount of money. But if we buy the same exact furniture from the manufacturer direct, we're going to save a lot of money. Okay, we already know that. So the same thing happens with buying homes. If you can buy a home directly from the home seller, not only can you get a great deal in the sense of price, not only can you get the seller to lend you the money, there's a lot of cool things you can do. So the benefits of buying a home direct from the seller is very, very important, guys. Okay. So one of the conditions that must happen is that you got to buy the home from sellers direct, but that's part one of the condition. But there's two parts. The other part is that the seller must be motivated. You're not targeting. You can't buy a home from a seller that's not motivated below production cost. They have to be motivated. Okay. Um, Now, motivation breaks down into two parts. Okay. You have not what's called motivation because of emotional situations, and then you have motivation because of financial situations. So there's two different types of motivation. So if you want to buy homes below production costs, you have to deal with sellers direct. That's part one. And part B is they have to have motivation. And I'll get into that a little bit later. Now, the other scenario, the other condition that you can buy houses below production cost is when the markets crash, like 2006 fourth quarter, 2007, 2008. When the market's going like this, you watch the news, CNN, NBC, the newspaper, when you're driving around houses, you see all these houses for sale. People are talking about, they've lost equity or they lost money in stocks. Then you can buy houses below production cost. Okay. And it's a lot more easier. Then you can even go to a realtor to get houses below production cost. I don't recommend that. I don't do that, but they're still out there. But it works way better if you can market and generate and know where to fish for these motivated sellers yourself direct, because you eliminate the middleman. Okay. Anytime there's a middleman, you don't get the best deal. Okay. In anything, if you want to buy a car, you want to buy furniture, etc. Okay. Um, that's why internet websites like Amazon and things of that nature has reduced the cost, because they just get a little small, even though they're a middleman, they just get a little small cut versus the brick and mortar. Okay. So the two conditions that must exist for you and I to buy houses below production cost is, one, if the seller is motivated and we're buying from sellers direct, or the second condition is we need to be in a recession or a depression. Okay. Now this option only happens every certain time frame. Sometimes it's every 7 years, every 15 years, somewhere between there. Okay. So you can't control this. However, the first situation you can control, because you can do marketing, which I'm going to show you where to find these people, to always be looking for motivated sellers. It doesn't matter if the economy's up, it doesn't matter if the economy's down, it doesn't matter if we're sorry guys, if we're going like this, okay? Now, there's different pools that you have to market to find these motivated sellers. They're not just going to be everywhere. Again, you cannot use a realtor to go find and buy properties below production cost. Okay, realtors are like Macy's. You can't go to Macy's and want to get a deal like you do on Alibaba, or go to a manufacturer in Alibaba. It's just not going to happen. Okay, when you go to Macy's, you pay retail price. Now, if you want to go and shop and order stuff where Macy's orders from, then you have to use a different kind of marketing to find the manufacturers in India and China, and so you could get the stuff for $1 and turn around and sell it for 100. Okay, and that's what I teach at MrNoFluff.com. Now, so what we talked about was, what is buying houses below production cost? What does it mean? Um, Now let's talk about where to find houses below production costs, because that's the key. Because we just talked about, you cannot go to a realtor to find houses below production costs. Now, if you want to get on my website at MrNoFluff.com, um, this is our first year anniversary, and we're basically giving our courses away for free. You can go check it out. I have a lot of different training courses that talks about how to find motivated sellers. Okay. Now, these courses does not matter if the economy's up or economy's down, but as I've been broadcasting to you guys for the past year, actually 3 years, that the economy is going to be crashing. So it's going to be great, because when the economy does crash, there's going to be a surplus of motivated sellers, and once you learn how to market to them, there's going to be a lot of deals. Right now, there's a lot of deals. That's why a lot of people out there are doing deals. The realtors doing deals. New investors are doing deals. Okay, the deals are out there. So if you learn where the pools are, and you learn how to market to them, you learn how to negotiate, you learn how to filter them. Okay, you know how to give offers. Then you're able to buy properties below production cost, or buy at a deep discount, or get owner financing, guys. I mean, it's just simple as that. If you're not giving offers to get for owner financing, you're never going to get owner financing. If you're just buying deals from wholesalers, then you're never learning the art of generating your own leads. So you're leaving on the table thousands of dollars, 10, 20, especially if you don't get to see how much you're paying the wholesaler for the assignment fee. You're paying them thousands of dollars. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Because they did all this work. But if you already are successful and you're doing deals, why not learn how to generate leads by yourself? And I have it all in my course right now at MrNoFluff.com. Basically download it for free, almost for free, I should say, because it's our anniversary and there's only few more days. So if you want to buy houses below production cost, get on MrNoFluff.com. I got many different courses. I got one course that I show you how to find motivated sellers, 42 ways to find motivated sellers for free or almost for free. I got another course. They're all like a couple of bucks. I show you how to find motivated sellers for 39 ways to find motivated sellers. This one It's all about spending money to find them, but creative ways, not just like generic ways, like everyone else talks about. Okay. If you don't know how to give negotiation to sellers to buy the house at a deep discount or buy it at owner financing, then I highly recommend going to mrnofluff.com and downloading the No Fluff negotiation acquisition system. Uh, we sell it for 500. You can get it right now for 97 bucks, guys. If you want to learn the whole business of like cold calling, how to give offers and options and master leases, rent to own, subject twos, wraps, just the regular flipping houses. If you want to learn about how to cold call, how to negotiate, if you want the whole Shazam, I have the mother course, guys, and the mother course on my website. We sell it retail for 1,500 bucks. Right now, you can get it for almost 67% off, guys. All right. If you do direct mailing, then you definitely need to use my PLM system for mailing. Instead of spending thousands of dollars or sending thousands of letters to the whole world, I show you how to narrow it down where you're able to send 100 letters and make $100,000 versus spending thousands of letters, sending thousands of letters, and maybe getting one or two deals. That right now is 80% off on my website. If you want to scale your business up where you're doing deals all the time, and if you want to scale where you're not in the business working, then you can definitely get my VA Exponential, where I show you how to hire VAs in third world countries that have they speak great English, that have multiple college degrees, some of them masters, PhDs, etc., for $120 a month. So again, that comes down to about 20 to 30 bucks a week. Okay, so if you could spend 30 bucks a week to hire a full-time worker for you, working 40 hours a week for 30 bucks a week, if you're interested, highly recommend getting my VA Exponential. I sell it for 1,500 bucks right now. We have a flash sale. It's like 70%, 75% off, guys. Okay, top reviews. When you go to the website, check out the reviews, guys. It's a bunch of positive reviews. We've only been in business for 1 year. If you ever had a business, you know how hard it is to get positive reviews. You know, I've been in business for 21 years, multiple businesses, and guys, I can tell you, man, is extremely hard to get reviews. And in this business, we've been in business for 1 year. We have multiple people buying and then reinvesting in themselves once they buy one thing because the stuff works. Now, if you're not an action taker, you know, you just want to read and read and read, then, you know, God bless you. I just don't think you're going to have success in America. This land is the best country ever, but you need to add action to it. If you're not willing to put that sweat equity in, I don't care if you went to Harvard, you went to Yale, you went to the dojo. It doesn't matter. Okay, you're not going to get results. That's why there's people out there with college degrees working at busting tables. There's people out there with, you know, master's degrees getting the same amount of pay someone with a high school education is getting. Okay, so it all depends on you. But the formula that I'm providing is a formula that you don't have to get into debt. I show you how to use your imagination and creativity. Okay, and I show you how to use sweat equity and free ways to generate shitload of business for yourself, like leads that cost zero or almost like a penny or less, all through mrnofluff.com. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, click the like button. If you have any questions about how to buy properties below production cost, leave a comment. I'd be happy to answer it, or get on my website. I have all these courses. I'm basically giving it to you for free, guys. Hustle and bustle. Don't take no for answer. See ya.